the richest royal families in the world. One could easily see that being incredibly rich is not the worst thing that could happen to a person. In fact, most people enjoy having everything they desire for whatever reason. However, even people like Musk, Bezos, and Gates cannot have everything, unlike these 10 royal families who are the exception to the rule. With their enormous wealth and political clout, these families are among the most influential on earth. Here are the 10 richest royal families in the world. Number 10. House Liechtenstein. If you're not from Austria or Switzerland, you'll have a hard time finding this small principality on the map Liechtenstein occupies, a tiny stretch of land 5 miles wide and 16 miles long across the Rhine River in the Alps. The state is cuddling between Switzerland and Austria amidst the steep alpine peaks. This tiny country is one of the richest in the world, and its rulers, the Liechtenstein family, are among the richest, not only in Europe, but also in the world, with a net worth of around $4.4 billion. Most royal assets are in the ruler's name, Prince John Adam II of Liechtenstein. Being a ruler has its perks, since the family pays no taxes on its colossal income from the family-owned LTG Group Bank. In addition, the prince controls a vast portfolio of high-valued properties, among which are castles and palaces across Austria and the Czech Republic. Number 9. House Maktoum, Dubai. The Maktoum family has ruled the Emirate of Dubai for about 2 centuries now. They turned a piece of desert wasteland into a paradise for the wealthiest during that time. During this transformation, the family accumulated a vast wealth worth $19 million. The richest among them by far is the head of the dynasty and the ruler of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. While his business flair quadrupled his wealth over the years, the Sheikh knows how to have fun as well when it comes to his son. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Hamdad bin Mohammed Rashid Al Maktoum has a vast collection of golden cars with some unique models that, however, is not the most extravagant vehicle in Hamdad's garage. He has a fleet of ultra-luxurious tanks. Apparently, they actually build such machines for the rich oil magnates to joyride in the desert. Number 8. House Alawite, Morocco. This is one of the oldest families on the list, with their origins dating back to the 13th century. They have been ruling Morocco for the past 5 centuries, and naturally they turned out to be one pretty profitable gig. The Moroccan royal family, consisting of 19 people, has a combined wealth of more than $20 billion. The lion's share of them belongs to the king, who, on top of all his investments and business ventures, gets an annual salary of nearly $500,000. Not bad for attending ceremonies and waving to the crowd. This generous compensation, however, covers only half a month of the maintenance cost of the family's palace in Fez. The operating budget of this lavish manor is estimated to be around $960,000. One palace would be enough for most kings, but King Mohammed IV has a dozen of them worldwide, with an average price of around $500,000 each. Number 7. House Bolkiah, Brunei. Brunei's royal family of House Bolkiah has been in power for about 8 centuries. Despite British and other occupations during that time, they've done an extraordinary job, not so much for the country and its citizens, but for themselves. The Bolkiahs are worth around $30 billion and have some pretty unusual tastes, even for extravagant royalties. Not many people would pay $21,000 for a haircut. The Sultan of Brunei, however, definitely loves his hairdo, or at least he tips very generously. Among the more outrageous purchases of the Brunei leader is a $400 million private jet, which he decorated with another $120 million worth of gold. How this machine keeps flying is truly a miracle. These expenses may sound a bit excessive, but for a man who earns $147 every second, they're just small change. Number 6. House Adulyadej, Thailand. The Thai royal family is led by His Majesty Bhumibol Adulyadej. Their vast fortune of around $60 billion has been acquired mainly thanks to the Crown Property Bureau. Nearly half of their assets go through this holding, which operates the royal money. The royal family was highly beloved in Thailand, but not since Bhumibol ascended to the throne. His frivolous lifestyle, extravagant purchases, and borderline insane and outrageous behavior have pushed the country to seek a democratic change. For example, Bhumibol spared no expense when it was time to say his final goodbye to his dog. The pet funeral stretched over 4 days and cost several $1,000,000. The king also spends a fortune on himself and cares little for the governing of the country. Number 5. House Windsor, the United Kingdom. The British royal family has long ago lost their status as mere royalties and have become something like superstars. The Queen and her weird hats have become part of pop culture. The royal family has a combined wealth of over $88 billion. Most of them in real estate. In Great Britain, the family's portfolio has around $10 billion worth of properties, among which are prized palaces like Windsor's Manor and Buckingham Palace. Typically, when it comes to royal families, the king or queen are the richest members. However, with the Windsors, the case is a bit different. The richest among them will never even climb to the throne. The Queen's $500 million are just 10% of her great-granddaughter's $5 billion. Yes, Princess Charlotte, who is still only 6 years old, has astounding wealth, thanks to her parents making her a baby fashion icon. You won't see the British royal family ever flash out their cash. They're treated like royalties, of course, but unlike their more extravagant colleagues from around the world, they don't have golden cars, groundbreaking warships turned into yachts, or dancing zebras who can recite God Save the Queen while juggling hedgehogs and balancing on a giant ball. Or at least they don't show them. Number 4. House Nahyan of Abu Dhabi. The Abu Dhabi royal family, led by His Majesty Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. The family is worth around $150 billion, and as you might have guessed, the primary source of income is the oil trade. The family owns several 7-star hotels as well as the tallest building in the world, Burj Khalifa. In Dubai, as you might imagine, the Nahyan family doesn't live in a barrel in the gutter, but in a lavish palace filled with all kinds of luxuries. The royal palace of Qasr Al Watan costs roughly $2 billion and is the biggest one in the world, covering an astounding 380,000 square meters with billions of dollars worth of property, yachts, cars, and planes. The Abu Dhabi royal family surely knows how to live the rich man's life. Number 3. House of Thani of Qatar. Sheikh Tamim is the current youngest sovereign in the world at age 41, yet he leads the third most affluent royal family with an estimated net worth of around $335 billion. Of course, the main source of income is the exports of fossil fuels. Still, the family has a vast portfolio of properties in the UK and even has shares in the Empire State Building in New York. Thani has invested heavily in prime industries and is a major shareholder in car manufacturers like Volkswagen, as well as other luxury companies like Barclays and Tiffany & Co. The Qatar ruler certainly knows how to live large. The family resides in the Royal Palace in Doha, worth more than $1 billion. The palace has several ceremonial and residential courts within. That's not all, however. Interestingly, the Qatar family owns more property in the United Kingdom than the British royal family. The Thani family has spent billions on luxury and class, with an extensive collection of cars, planes, and other luxurious items. As rumors have it, they even bribed FIFA officials to allow them to host the World Cup finals in 2022. Knowing how honest and unwavering the world soccer officials are, I don't doubt this is actually true. Number 2. House of Al-Sabah of Kuwait. The Al-Sabah family has ruled the country for the past 300 years and has accumulated a vast $360 billion wealth in the process. Today, the head of the family is the Emir, His Majesty Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Yabah Al-Sabah. Though a large portion of their wealth comes from oil exports, the family benefits significantly from assets worldwide. Especially in America, they have been strategically purchasing ever since the 1980s, and today are paying vast dividends. The family is famous for its lavish lifestyle. Their lavish lifestyle includes exotic animals and other luxuries not many can afford. The family has turned their back on culture. Though they finance a $775 million culture center, which by itself is a piece of architectural genius, inside there is an opera house, theaters, libraries, and conference halls. That's how you manage to preserve your culture while enjoying all the Western luxuries you can get your hands on. Number 1. House of Saud of Saudi Arabia. With a vast fortune of $1.7 trillion, they are the richest royal family in the entire world, and they certainly don't hide it. Saudi Arabia is one of the wealthiest countries in the world thanks to its enormous oil reserves, while the $1.7 trillion is a colossal number. It's extended to about 15,000 family members, which diminishes its value a bit. Still, the royal family has extravagant taste and certainly knows how to live a luxurious and classy lifestyle. For the Saud family, if it's not golden, it doesn't deserve their attention. This includes golden yachts, cars, and furniture. I wonder if they have a golden bicycle. Their property portfolio is as big as one could imagine, owning prime real estate in France, the UK, and worldwide. The family has been well known to overpay for everything they want. The most recent purchase that caught everyone's eye was the record-breaking price they paid for Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi. The 500-year-old picture cost $450.3 million. Now, what would a Muslim family want with an image of Jesus Christ is anyone's guess. Still, mine is that they tried to divert their income from something different than oil export. It's a brilliant move on their part, which shows that their fortune is not simply because of the vast riches of the country they rule, but because of their sharp business minds and smart investments. To learn more about wealthy people's lifestyles, collections, spending, and investments, take a look at some other videos on the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.